Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio, and today we're talking about food. Food is food. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not good, it's not evil. Food is fuel for your body. And too often we look into food as being this negative thing, this really bad area of our life, and we feel guilty constantly. Maybe we've been sneaking some forbidden foods or adding things in that we know we shouldn't. I know I hear it a lot up here because I do a lot of the nutrition coaching, that people come in and say, well, I had this, but I know that you didn't want me to. And the truth is, I didn't care if they ate it or not. It's up to them. Then we can eat certain things every now and then and not have a problem. It's when we overdo and when we start to change kind of our mindset on things that it really starts to wreak havoc. So a lot of people, instead of just feeling guilty about it, they start to try to use exercise as a way to make up for all the calories that they had eaten, or kind of binging and kind of going on that whole I've already messed up today, so it's a little more, and today, so tomorrow, and that's kind of where we get off track, right? And things start to fall off the track completely. So when you look at food as either friend or foe, instead of looking at it as fuel, then food becomes the villain in a really bad movie. And it tempts you, it controls you, it laughs at you, it takes you off of your focus of being healthy and fit. And it takes you off of the path of reaching your goals. And that can be a problem. So what do? Well, you run to the nearest gym and you beg it to save you from the evil food villain, and you pedal like mad, or you do extra cardio all week, or you fast for a day, or you do a liquid diet, or whatever it may be. There's all sorts of ways that people tend to kind of try to fix the issues that they had. And by the time that you get done with this week, next week comes and the vicious cycle starts all over again. So you go to bed miserable, thinking I messed up my diet today, I guess I'll try again tomorrow. But the problem is there's always something, right? Something will come up in your life, something will happen. Nothing's ever perfect. We don't live in this bubble where perfection is always there, and the kids wake up and they've got all their homework done and everybody's on time for school and everybody's got everything they need and you don't forget anything and nobody ever comes in a bad day, right? Some days those bad days just happen. Somebody wakes up and something's wrong. They can't get it all done. You forgot something. I live quite a ways away from Amarillo, and so as I drive into town, if I realize I forgot something, well, it's going to be a harder day because I don't have it and I can't go back for it. So then you start to have this conversation in your head that, today was bad, tomorrow will be better. Well, wait, tomorrow won't be better because tomorrow I have the big lunch at the office and I won't eat my breakfast or dinner to make up for all the food I know I'll eat at the party. Or I'll get back on the bandwagon again maybe the day after. Oh, but wait, the day after's Friday and we're going to go out to dinner with some friends and I'll have to get back on the bandwagon Saturday. But wait, even if I eat really well on Saturday, there's something going on Sunday with some friends and I don't have any food prepped or anything, so I'll just have to have a snack and kind of eat whatever they have, and maybe Monday. So there's always something, right? And as you go through that something list, it starts to get really negative, right? You start to get down on yourself, because the ugly truth about health and fitness is that we can't outrun a bad diet. We have to make better choices every day. Now, does that mean perfect? No, we're not ever looking for perfect. We want better. If we can be 1% better, you're going to start to show improvement. It's just that rarely is weight loss about weight as much as it is about changing our lifestyle. And it's something that we all have to learn to start to do. All too often we find these goals, we think, my clothes don't fit right, I don't feel good, I want to lose weight, but we're not willing to put forth the effort to change our lifestyle. Changing weight, you could cut off an arm and lose weight, right? But you can't keep your arm and not change your lifestyle and lose weight. So we've got to make sure that we change something in there, and especially if you want it to be a long-term success. If you're looking for a short-term, 3 weeks and I'm weighing what I did before, that's a whole different perspective. It's very damaging on the body. I have my own opinions on that. We'll leave that for another day. But as for lifetime success, as for lifetime health from the inside out, really looking at food as fuel is a whole nother idea, right? So what can you do if this kind of is overtaking you, and how to still reach your goals but start to change things? And really, again, it's about changing your perspective and your mindset, which Intel is going to change your lifestyle. So Start by not telling yourself that food is good or bad, right? We're not going to do that. All that does is lead to guilt whenever you start to choose the foods that you've labeled as bad. So instead, food is just food, period. Its purpose is to nourish you, to fuel your body, your mind, your soul, and you don't want it to nourish your body and steal your soul, which is really what a lot of food and a lot of diets have done to people as they start to label these foods. It starts to become a really bad thing. So the key is to recognize that you have choices every single day. You get to choose what foods to eat, how much, which foods to avoid. And if you approach food with a desire to nourish yourself rather than to fill yourself, but nourish yourself as best you can, body, mind, and soul, the choice becomes much more clear, right? You know which foods nourish your body. They're usually the single ingredient foods like raspberries, carrots, kale, eggs, onions, etc. They're the single ingredient foods. They're whole foods. Eat tons of veggies and you're going to nourish your body. They have a ton of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients that help your body. You'll also nourish your mind and soul because you can feel great knowing that you are taking care of yourself. It's a whole nother blog in itself, but taking care of yourself is something that a lot of people are missing out on these days. They're desperately trying to lose weight, but they're not taking care of themselves. And once in a while, you get to choose some foods that may not be as healthy for your body, but indulging occasionally actually keeps you from feeling deprived. So it helps you mentally, and it also helps you physically not to feel deprived. So your body revs up where it's adapted to new standards. It starts to rev up the metabolism, work against that food that you just put in that may not be the best thing, like your donuts. And then as you start to work against that, then the body asks you for healthier foods to help process those things. So enjoy those moments. Don't feel guilty about them. Take them every now and then. Just make sure it's not, 5 days out of the week and we're eating healthy 2 days out of the week. We want to make sure that we're getting what we need. So if you really look at the nitty-gritty of it, losing weight, getting fit, it's hardly about the physical side, right? The physical side is easy. I get my workouts in. That's great. Hear that all the time. I get my workouts in, but nutrition is where I struggle. Well, it's really not about how much you lift weights or how much you run on cardio. It's really about what's going on in your head as far as, am I willing to change my lifestyle and my perspective? What do you think and believe about what you're eating and the exercise that you're doing? Do you believe that it's what you actually need? Do you know that that's what the body's asking you for? Thinking the thought, I love giving my body nourishing foods because it makes me feel great over and over, it's a great mantra to have. And it eventually will become a belief. And as that belief becomes part of you, it leads to an action where you can make a choice that's better for you. So I know this isn't easy and maybe you need some help sorting things out. So, in making this type of mindset a reality in your daily life, that's where places like Custom Fitness come in. We strive really hard to work with you in a wholesome nature to nourish your mind, body, and soul with the things that you need and to help you become healthy from the inside out. And so if this is an area that you feel like you're struggling in, that you could use some help in changing that mindset and starting to work forward towards healthy, fit, and happy without struggling with this negative connotation of good versus bad and success versus failure, feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. We do have our Downsize Challenge starting on August 20th. And when you sign up by August 10th, you're going to get the early bird rate, save a little bit of money, and be able to work out from now until the start of the challenge for free. Pretty sweet deal, if I do say so myself. So feel free to give us a call, again, 806-322-3188, and we'll be happy to get you scheduled for an onboarding session and get you going with that. Hope you have a great day.